We are on the top of Nun Beis Amud Aleph in Mesechtes Yoma. We're discussing how the Kohen Gadol would walk in to the Kodesh HaKadoshim through Machlekes. If he walked in on the Darim side, in between the Mizbeach and the Menorah, did he walk in the Tzafin side between the Mizbeach and the Shulchan, or did he walk all the way to the Tzafin between the Shulchan and the wall? So where it says, Rabbi Yehuda Nami Neil Be Menorah L'Kaisel. Rabbi Yehuda, who holds you would walk between the Menorah and the Mizbeach. Why doesn't he say just walk next to the wall, just like Reb Yosi held on the other side? It says the Gemara Neil Be Menorah L'Kaisel. Says the Gemara Meshachri Manei. If you're going to walk that close to the Menorah, you're going to end up getting your clothes smoky, and that would, because the wall got dark. So that if you're gonna, if you would walk against the wall, his clothing the Kohen Gadol's clothing would get dirty. Okay. Amr Nasr. Amatraxin lehichriu bechacham ikalefnim ikalachutz. The Amatraxin itself, Chazal were not sure did it belong to the Kodesh HaKadoshim, kalefnim, ikalachutz, or was a part of the or is a part of the Kodesh. Says the Gemara, Maskav Ravina, my time. Why don't they have a good hachra? Ilay mission the chsiv, the pasuk says, V'habayis asherbana melech shlema lashem shishim ama arkoi ve'esrim ama rachboi u'shleishim ama kaimasoi. So it was 60 amas long, by 20 amas wide, and 30 amas high. Uksiv va'arbam ama hoya habayis hua hechel lefanei. So the hechel was 40 amas. Uksiv lefnei hadavir esrim ama oirach ve'esrim ama reichev ve'esrim ama kamasei. So the devir, in front of the devir, which would be the amatraxin, the mechitza, where the Kodesh HaKadoshim was 20 by 20. So now, Le'adin and Amatraxin. So we don't know where they put the Amatraxin. Imehani Esrim. Was it part of the 20 amas of the Kodesh HaKadoshim, and therefore the Kodesh HaKadoshim was really only 19 amas? Ve'imehani Arbaim. Or was it really part of the 40 amas, and the Kodesh was just 39 amas? Says Marvadim Lemahani Yasin Vlemahani Arban. Vechalalahu Kachashiv. Kaisalim Loikachashiv. Maybe the Brisa wasn't counting wall space, it was only counting hollow space. Teda. The Kolhecha the Kachashiv Kaisalim Chashiv Le Lididei. It seems like when they count walls, they count the walls besides for the empty space. It's not like London Mishnah. Ha'heichal mea al mea, berum mea. Okay. Kaisel ulam chamish. The wall of the ulam was 5. Va'ulam achas asrei. The ulam itself was 11. So that would give us to 16. Kaisel ha'heichal sheish, 22. Va'arkai arbaim. So we're up to 62. Va'amatraxin, 63. V'chav ama beis Kodesh HaKadoshim, 83. Kaisel ha'heichal, sheish, 89. V'atei, sheish, 95. V'kaisel atei, chamesh, 100. So what do you see? You see that the when we're counting the amatraxin, it's actually counted independently. Ella kedushasei ikalefnim ikalachutz. So this extra amma, what kedusha did it have? It wasn't in either of them. It wasn't part of the 40 or part of the 20. So it was an amatraxin. So kedusha say the kedusha of the amatraxin, like, had to go. V'hanad Amr B'Yechanan, ba'ir geisef ish hutzal, udvir b'teich habayis mipnima heichan lasitan sham es ha'arein, bris Hashem. So the pasuk says, Again, a devir is talking about the mechitza. The devir is the mechitza. B'teich habayis mipnima, from its inside. Hachin lasita and sham, to place there as Aaron b'res Hashem. Say bailu. Hechi ka'amakra. What does the pasuk mean? Is it saying with devir b'teich habayis mipnima, hachin lasita and sham? Oidil mahachi kamar udvir b'teich habayis mipnima. Is it saying that the Rashi Hachi Mig Amir Hakamar Udvir B'tei Chabayis Mechitza Asa Shem Avsakas B'tei Chabayis Mipnima Heichin V'lefnim Me'oisa Mechitza Heichin Makam Chalala. Inside, from that Mechitza, prepare an empty space to put the Aron. Alma Devir Gufei Lav Mekadeshes Pnimei. The Devir itself was not Mipnim, was not Kodesh HaKadashim. Oidil Hachi Kamar. This is what the pasuk means. Udvir B'tei Chabayis Mipnima. The makim hadvir gufei mishal pnim have va'isei hechen lasitin sham ba'isei kanisa as Aaron, and that's where they placed the Aaron. So says the Gemara, umi masapkale. So is Yosi ben Ish Hutzel really being masapik? He wasn't sure how to read this pasuk mipnima. Vatanya, that can't be. It can't be that he was masupik on this. Vatanya Isa ben Yehuda Aimer. There are 5 psukim in the Torah that do not have a hachreya. We don't have a decision in how they're meant to be read. I mean, they can go one of 2 ways, and we really don't know how to read it. And what are those 5 psukim? Se'es, back in Bereshis, haloi im seitiv se'es, what HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Cain. Is it a lashon of slicha, or is it a lashon of being of nesias avon? Mishukadim, that's by the menorah. We're not sure if the geviyim were supposed to be mishukadim, or the kafterah u'parachah was supposed to be mishukadim. Machar, in the milchama against Amalek, was he telling him to go fight right away, and I'm going to go stand there tomorrow? Today you don't need my tefillas. Or is he saying go fight tomorrow? Arur, this is by Yais, by Yaakov's brachas to Shimon and Levi. He says, Uberitzainam akru shar arur. So does that mean Uberitzainam akru shar arur is referring to Shechem, shar shel Shechem, shu ar, or is it going on the next part of the pasuk of arur arp apam, cursed is your anger? And then Vikam, which is Hincha Shechev Ima Veisacha Vikam, is that a remes that Tchias HaMesav. Hashem's telling Moshe Rabbeinu, go Shechev Ima Veisacha, go lay down with your forefathers, Vikam, and you will rise again. Or Vikam Ha'am Hazeh, or this is referring to the nation that is going to be Vizana Acharei, and they're going to go off the derech. So those are the 5 psukim that don't have a hechrei. We're not sure, are they read with the first part, words that are read with the first part of the pasuk or the second part of the pasuk? So one of them is not our word mipnima. Votanya. So who cares? This is Isa ben Yehuda, and we're talking about Yosef ish Hutzel. Votanya. Who Yosef ish Hutzel? Who Yosef Abavli? Who Isa ben Yehuda? Who Isa ben Gur? Ben Gur Aryeh? Who Isa ben Gamliel? Who Isa ben Mahalal? Ma Shmai? Isa ben Akiva? Shmai. So it's all the same person. So is he saying there are all 5 psukim that don't have achreya? This is not one of them. Says the Gemara, you're right. In the Torah, these are the only 5. But in the Nevi'ika, in the Torah there are more. Okay, in the Torah they only have 5. There aren't taka more. Va'ika debayr of Chizda va'yishlach asnari b'nei Yisrael va'yalu oiles kvasim v'yizuchu zvachim shlamim parim oidel me'idi v'idi parim. The pasuk says va'yalu oiles. So were those oiles sheep, or were those oiles also parim? So the Gemara says l'Rav Chizda mesafkalei l'Isa ben Yehuda p'shitolei. He didn't have a kasha about that pasuk. I don't know which way he went. But he didn't have a kasha about that pasuk, so he only has 5 psukim that don't have a chreya in the Torah, and he's got another one or maybe more in Nevi'im. Okay, let's go back to the Avodah. It's like the Elegant Mishnah. Hachitzoyna ha'isa peruva min hadarem upnimius min hatzafayin. So we're assuming we have 2 mechitzas up, 2 parechasim, and we're going in like, I think that was Rabbi Yehuda. So the Kohen Gadol is walking on the Darim side, and the parechas was peeled back a little. That's prufa. It was like pinned up, and he would walk in, but you couldn't see directly in. And then he would walk through the Amma, and then it would be open again on the tzafan side, and be able to, and that's how he would go in. So achitzena is a proof of menader, but pnimius, the inside parechas, was pinned up on the tzafan side. Malach b'neim, he would walk in between them achim hagil tzafan until he reached the northern side. Hagil tzafan hoifech panav l'darm. Then he turned his face to the south. Mahalach l'smailei, he would walk to his left in parechas with the parechas ad shehu magia la'aron, until he reached the aron. Higil la'aron, when he reached the aron, neisin es hamachda bein shnei habadim, he would put the pan with the coals down between the 2 poles of the aron. Tzavar es hakateris al gab gechalim, and he would pile the kateris on top of the gechalim. V'nismala kol habayis kulei ashen, the whole room would fill with smoke. Yatza, he went out. Ubalei b'derech beis knisasei, and he would come to where he entered. Umispal tefillah katzar, he would say a short tefillah. Bebeis hachitzin v'lehoyimach b'tefillah, he would not take a long time there. Shalei lahavis es Yisrael, so Klal Yisrael should not get nervous that he died. Now, we got a problem here. We said we're talking about where there's a parechas, 2 parechasin, and an aron. In fact, the Gemara Maskinan, if we're talking about the first base of English, mihavu parechas, no, there was an amatraxin. And El Makdasheni, so we have to be talking about the second base of English. Mihavu aron, was there an aron by the second base of English? V'atanya, we learned in a brisa. Misha nignaz aron, nignaz imaitz and senas haman v'such Hashem hamishcha. Umakloi shel aron v'shkedeh u'pracha v'argez sheshagru by plishtim derin l'kei Yisrael. When the aron was hidden, nignaz, it was hidden away. So with it went the tzansenes haman. When the man fell, Akash Baruch Hu told Moshe, put some man, take some man and put it as a remembrance, l'deris. There was the battle of Shemen HaMishcha, which was used to anoint, I'm guessing, the Kohen Gadol and the kings. Makle shel Aaron stick, ushkadeho uprachea, and its almonds and flowers that sprouted on it. The arges, the chest, sheshigru plishtim doirin lelekei Yisrael, that the plishtim sent a present to Hashem. What is that referring to? I don't remember. 1 second. Like the pasuk says, "Ve'eis klei hazav asher hashivoisem le'osham tasimu ba'argeis mitidei v'shilachtem oisei v'holach." Okay, I guess there was a chest that was sent along with the urn, and it was nignas with it as well. Could be the plishtim attached it to the urn. Okay. Who hid all these things? Yeshio Ganzu. Yeshio. Ma Rosh Ganzu. What did he see? Rosh Akasav. He saw that Hashem says that they're going to take you, and you're going to take you and the king that you will place upon you. Amad Viganzai. he went and he hid it. Shemar vayomer l'Levim hamevinim l'kol Yisrael hakadoshim Hashem tinu as Aaron hakodesh b'bayis asher bana Shlomo ben David melech Yisrael. Ein lachem masa b'kosif ata ivdu as Hashem elokechem es am Yisrael. V'amar Rav Elazar asya shama shama v'asya deris deris v'asya mishmaris mishmaris la'olam. Okay, so that's how we learned that Gezerah Shava. Rashi says, it says, Tinu as Aaron HaKodesh B'bayis v'hasam koi elaganizi. The Beis HaMikdash wasn't there, or they were in the Beis HaMikdash. Why does he tell them to take it there? So it's telling them to put it into Geniza. Asya shama shama ksiv ba'aron asher iva ilacha shama ksiv b'tzantzana saman v'tein shama malei ha'omer v'asya tzleichis b'tzantzana saman and deres ksiv b'tzantzana l'mishmaris l'deres lechem ksiv b'tzleichis shem namishcha kadesh yel zeh. So that's how we learned. All these things were part of the Geniza. Okay, so we can't, if we're in the first base, if we're in the second base of English, there was no Aaron. If we're in the first base of English, there was no Prechus. So what's going on over here? Says the Gemara, b'mikdasheni. We were b'mikdasheni. Umahi gila Aaron. What does it mean that they reached the Aaron? When the Kohen Gadol reached the Aaron, it means makam Aaron. It means the place of the Aaron. V'aktani nasa nasa machte lebein shnei habadim. It says you put the pan between the two poles. Ema kibein shnei habadim. Like it was between the two. Okay. Exactly more better. He piled the gachteres on top of the gachalm. Tanan command Amr Tzavra. This is a Mishnah that says there was ever, if you remember, we had a machlokes if it was spread out thinly or it was piled on. So here the Mishnah says that it was piled on. Tanichad the Tzavra Pnima Shehi Chutzalai. V'tani idach tzevra chutza shi pnima loy. So where was this piled, or how did he make the pile? Did he start at the edge of the machta and brought it towards him, or the opposite? Okay. Says the Gemara, Tanai, it's Machlokes Tanaim. V'amar Rabbi, Mistamri command Amar Pnima Shi Chutzalai. Makes more sense to say that he started Pnima, meaning towards the Kodesh HaKodashim, and then worked his way towards him. No, Pnima Shi Chutzalai. Yeah. Yeah. Why? The Tanan melamdin oisai hizar shaloi taschil mipanecha shema tichva. If you're going to start close to you and go out, so your hands will get burned. So it makes more sense to say that he started out and brought it closer to him, less time over the coals. Because once you put the kateris on, it's going to start burning. I guess it makes the coals hotter, knocks off some ash. So start out and bring it into you. Okay? So far so good.